Hey guys, so today we have a TOPDON thermal camera we're going to take a look at. Now they sent this to me about 3 or 4 months ago, but it was not on the market yet. They just wanted some testing done, and about 1 or 2 weeks ago they emailed me and said that it was available for sale now, so I could do a video if I wanted to. And I'm really impressed with the specs of this camera. Now, this is the TS001. They've had a TC001, which is real similar, but this camera has a manually focusable 9mm lens. So let's read the specs, then we're going to take it out and I'm going to show you how this thing works. So the specs for the thermal camera itself is 256 by 192 pixels. That's very good specs for a thermal camera. There's the 9mm adjustable manual focus. Now, one of the impressive features of this thermal camera is it measures from -4 degrees to 1022 degrees Fahrenheit, or -20 to 550 degrees Celsius. That's a pretty good temperature range. It has a distance of up to 200 yards. It does reports and real-time thermal graphs. So let's take this thing out of the box. Let me show you some of the unique things about it. So the nice thing about it is it comes with its own little case. So of course, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I like things that's got their own case with it. That way you're not trying to find a cardboard box or something to put it in. So there's the camera itself. Right here, we'll take a look at it first. It's just your typical looking thermal camera. That this particular one has the USB-C. So there's the lens, and like I say, this is focusable. Now this little gizmo, what's cool about it is you take this apart, put the camera in here the right way, put it back on, and now you can clamp this whole contraption onto your cell phone. So like if you had, you know, a phone similar to this, you can actually clamp it right up top just like that. Now you can hold it. And of course you're wondering how it's going to connect. Well, it comes with its own cord. So you'd connect this right here, run this one down here to the bottom. Now, with that said, go ahead and take this out. You can also just plug it straight in. When you do plug it in, it automatically fires up the phone and fires up the app. The way I like to use it, I like to keep it disconnected from the phone. I'll connect the cable, connect it like that. That way you can kind of leave the phone just, you know, sitting down, or you can hold it in one hand while you know, maneuver the camera exactly where you want it to be. But let's go ahead and fire this thing up, and let's see, you know, what you can see. I'm going to go ahead and do a screen record. That way you can see how crisp and clear the image is, and we'll go from there. And all you got to do, let me start the screen record. This is going to be the main thermal button that you're going to hit to be able to see the thermal image. And right there's the phone. And I wanted to show you whenever I focus it how that looks. So I'm turning it. You can see it's going out of focus. Right there at this particular distance is about where you want it. So just to kind of show you, you can actually see the veins in my arm, in my hand. I mean, that's just wild to me. But let's, I'm going to take it in. I'm going to show you looking at a circuit board on my computer and where the focus really comes in. Because depending on how far you are from a particular item, that's where that focus comes in. You can have this sitting, you know, kind of far out of your way. You know, you might be down here working on a circuit board or whatever, and you want this mounted, you know, 2 feet above where you're working, so it's out of your way. But you want to be able to look at the screen and look at the, you know, the items on a circuit board or something like that. So let me show you what a circuit board looks like. But this can be used for anything that you want to see basically a difference in temperature. Now you can see that it's got all your common features. So you've got your lowest. If you look right here at the 71.6, that's the lowest temperature that it's seeing right here, and then 74.6, or actually 88.9. It's kind of going off screen. About 91, 92 degrees, depending on where it hits it at, is the hottest. And then right where that plus sign is in the middle, that 75.4, that's the temperature of that exact spot that it's seeing. So if I move it over, then it jumps up to about 90 degrees, 88 degrees. And I mean, you've got a bunch of adjustability on this thing. So if I hit, I'm just going to go through the different buttons real quick just so that you can kind of see, you know. One thing you might want to know is now it's set up to automatic recognition right here. But if you want to manually go over to, say, a higher temperature, anything from 302 to 1022, then you can select this button right here, and then it calibrates the app for higher temperatures. I just typically keep it on automatic. It seems to do fine. It'll automatically see what the temperature is and automatically set it to where it needs to be. I think that was it for that. Let's go back. Let's go over here to personal information, because there's some stuff you need to know here. Temperature correction. So it's got a little list of common materials in their emissivity table. So depending on what it is that you're trying to measure temperature, if you need the most accurate temperature reading, you need to set this, which it's set right here. Just hit that little menu. You can set the emissivity, I think is the way that's pronounced, to one of these values here. You can also get on the internet and find even more values, and that will calibrate the software to where it'll give you the most accurate reading. The way I use it is I'm just looking at basically temperature differences so that I can find something that's hotter than the surrounding material. So you can set the ambient temperature here and all that too. Temperature units, of course, I've got it set to Fahrenheit because that's what I use here where I'm at. Image calibration, there's a lot of different settings and information you can put in there. Of course, you got a gallery to where whenever you're up here in the thermal imaging, you can record what you're doing. Even if your phone does not have a screen record function, you can go ahead and record. Let me show you that real quick. See the little camera icon right here? Well, if you click that, you can either snap a picture or you can do a video. You can take a photo or video. Temperature monitoring. Don't have any kind of monitoring going on right now, or a history. Of course, you got your gallery for any kind of recordings that you've done. So let's go over here on the, I'm going to hit no to that, to the computer. Okay guys, I know you're probably not going to really be able to see this, but this is my PC, and I'm just going to shine the thermal camera in there and look at the components on the motherboard, and we'll see if we can see what it looks like. And once I find an area, I'm going to focus on it. Got wires and everything in the way, so I'm trying to find a... I'll flip the camera around. Pretty nice for looking at heat and cold. And the fact that you can focus it to pinpoint that detail is a pretty cool feature. Anyway, this is the TOPDON TS001, and it's just hit the market, and it looks like it's a pretty solid performer. I think the specs are the same as my handheld all-in-one thermal imager. It's just this is cheaper because they don't have to have its own screen. You're able to use your cell phone, and this is a lot more compact. Anyway, I think we're pretty much done. Another shot of my hand here. I just think that's the coolest thing, that you can see your blood veins. Anyway, we're done. You guys take care. We'll see you.